Hello, Professor and everyone. My name is Yang Kehan, and my student ID is 25102289. We are group AOW506, and our research purpose is titled The Effect of Digital Transformation on Organizational Performance Among Analysis Methods. The mediating role of dynamic capabilities. Our typical focuses on an important issue in the analysis method context. Many small and medium enterprises are using digital toys, but not every firm is able to turn those toys into stronger organizational performance. Therefore, our purpose asks whether dynamic capabilities help explain this conversion. The presentation will be delivered by 5 speakers over about 20 minutes. Each speaker will cover a different part of the purpose, moving from the research background and problem statement to those and research questions, then to hypothesis, theories, methodology, analysis, and contribution. I will begin by introducing the context and the structure of the presentation. This slide shows the overall structure of our presentation and also mirrors the structure of the purpose. First, we begin with the research context and the problem statement. Second, we explain the theoretical foundation and identify the research gap. Third, we present the research questions, objectives, and the research question model. Fourth, we move to the conceptual framework and hypothesis. 15, we explain the methodology, including the research design, population questionnaire, and data analysis plan. Finally, we close with explicit contributions and the conclusion. The sequence is important because our purpose is not just about whether digital transformation affects performance. The main story is how that effect happens through the internal capability of teams to sense opportunities, sales opportunities, and reconfiguring resources. The analysis made context is suitable for this study because SMEs and the digital economy are both major parts of national development. The purpose highlights that SMEs contributed 9.5% of Malaysia's GDP and 14.7% of total employment in 2024. It also highlights that ICT and economy contributed 23.5% to GDP, valued at 451.3 billion ringgit. At the same time, the national business digital adoption so-called was only 2.1 out of 5, which means business digital adoption was still at a pre-existing stage. These numbers show attention. SMEs are economically important and digital activity is growing, but digital metric remains uneven. This creates a meaningful research study for asking why digital transformation does not produce the same performance benefit for every SME. The problem statement can be summarized as a conversion problem. In the ideal situation, many SMEs should be able to use digital transformation to improve profitability, sales growth, cost efficiency, cost responsiveness, innovation, and competitiveness. In reality, the use of digital tools does not automatically mean that the firm has changed its routines, decision processes, or business model. Many SMEs may use only platforms, digital payments, code applications, or social media, yet they may gain only limited benefits. This means that the relationship between digital transformation and performance is conditional rather than automatic. Our purpose, therefore, argues that we need a capability-based explanation. Dynamic capabilities are the mechanism that may explain why some SMEs can convert digital transformation into better performance while others can't.
Hello, Professor. My name is Yufei and my student ID is 25102344. Now I will continue with the theoretical foundation. This study is built on two related theories, the resource-based view and the dynamical capabilities theory. The resource-based view explains why digital resources may become strategically valuable. Digital technologies can support coordination, information processing, customer interaction, operational efficiency, and decision-making. However, the resource-based view alone does not fully explain how SMEs renew and reconfigure these resources when markets and technologies change. That is where dynamic capabilities theory becomes important. Dynamic capabilities explain how firms sense opportunities, seize opportunities, and reconfigure resources and routines. In this proposal, the two theories work together. The resource-based view explains the value of digital resources and the dynamic capabilities. Theory explains the conversion process that turns digital transformation into performance. The literature positioning identifies 5 gaps. First, there is a contextual gap because many studies examine broad populations or large firms, while this study focuses on Malaysian SMEs. Second, there is a theoretical gap because a simple direct model from digital transformation to performance may be too simple. Third, there is an empirical gap because many SME studies focus on readiness, barriers, or adoption intention rather than post-adoption performance conversion. Fourth, there is a measurement gap because digital transformation is sometimes measured as general technology use. This principle measures deeper transformation such as platform connectivity, digital information flow, data-driven decision-making, analytics, automation, and value creation. Finally, there is a critical knowledge gap because SME managers may know digital adoption is important, but may not know how adoption becomes useful after implementation. The proposal has 6 research objectives and 6 matching research questions. They follow the same logic as the research model. The first objective examines the effect of digital transformation on dynamic capabilities. The second examines whether dynamic capabilities mediate the relationship between digital transformation and organizational performance. The next 3 objectives examine the effects of the 3 dynamic capability dimensions on performance: sensing and shaping opportunities, seizing opportunities, and managing threats and reconfiguration. The 6th objective examines the direct effect of digital transformation on organizational performance. In question form, the study asks what the effect is, whether mediation exists, and how each capability dimension contributes to performance. The alignment is important because it connects the problem statement, objectives, research questions, and hypotheses into one coherent proposal. This slide recreates the research question model. Digital transformation is placed on the left because it is the independent variable. Organizational performance is placed on the right because it is the dependent variable. Dynamic capabilities are placed in the middle as the mediating variable with 3 dimensions inside the box: sense and sharp opportunities, seize opportunities, and managing threats and reconfiguration. Question 1 asks about the path from digital transformation to dynamic capabilities. Question 2 asks about mediation from dynamic capabilities to performance. Question 3, question 4, and question 5 asks about the 3 dimensions and their effects on performance. Question 6 asks whether digital transformation also has a direct effect on organizational performance. The model clearly shows that the proposal goes beyond simple digital adoption and examines the capability pathway.
Professor and everyone, my name is Zhang Haoming. I'm the group leader. My student's ID is 25102062. The structural models has 3 main constructs. Independent variable is detailed transformation, the department values is organization's performance, and mediating values is dynamic capabilities. Dynamic capabilities are further represented by 3 dimensions: size and sharp opportunities, size opportunities, and managing threats and reconfiguration. The structural models consist both a direct path and an indirect path. The direct path is detailed transformation to organization performance. The intrinsic path is detailed transformation to dynamic capabilities, and dynamic capabilities to organization performance. The 3 dimensions are also expected to have direct positive effects on performance. This model is based on the ideas that detailed transformations create potential value, but dynamic capabilities help SMEs convert that value into measurable outcomes. The hypothesis diagram translates the conceptual framework into 6 testable hypotheses. Each one possesses that detailed transformations has a significant positive effect on dynamic capabilities. Each 2 proposes that dynamic capabilities manage the relationship between the detailed transformation and organization performance. H3, H4, and H5 proposes that the three dimensions of dynamic capabilities have significant perceptive effects on organizational performance. H3 is about stats and shaping opportunities. H4 is about stats, opportunities, and H5 is about managing storage and refrigeration. H6 possesses a direct perceptive effect of detailed transformation on organization performance. Together, these hypotheses allow the study to test both direct relationship and mediation mechanism. 1 and H6 are two main direct hypotheses involve detailed transformation. H1 suggests that detailed transformation persistently affects dynamic capabilities. The logic is that detailed systems increase the amount, speed, and possibility of information available to SMEs. This can improve setting and reconfiguring actions. H6 proposes that detailed transformation directly improves organizational performance. Detailed transformations can reduce manual work, improve customer integration, support online sites, enhance database distractions, and improve operational efficiency. This is why proposals that not rely only on H6. It also takes whether dynamic capabilities implies part of the relationships through mediation. H2 is the central mediation hypothesis, while H3 to H5 implies the dimension-level performance effects. H2 says that detailed tools provide resources and information, and dynamic capabilities help firms use those resources effectively. H3 argues that sense and shaping opportunities improve performance because SME can detect the customer change, master trends, competitor action, and operational reactions earlier. H4 shows that sense opportunities improve performance because opportunity indications must be followed by resources allocations, improved training, and implementation. H5 indicates that many cursors and reconfiguration improve performance because detailed transformation can create risk and disruption.
Hello, professors. My name is Chen Zijing and my metric number is 25102149. I will now present the methodologies. The study is designed as a qualitative, explanatory, cross-sectional survey. It allows a positivist paradigm and a deductive approach because the hypotheses are developed from the theories and then tested using empirical data. The research setting is Malaysian SMEs across different sectors. The unit of analysis is the SME firm, while the unit of observation is an informed individual respondent who can present the firm. The representatives may be an owner, founder, directors, managers, supervisors, or knowledgeable employee. It summarized the population, samples, and sampling technique. The target populations in SMEs currently operating Malaysia. The preferred sample size is at least 150 to 200 usable responses if feasible. The study uses proposed sampling together with convenient sampling. Proposed sampling is suitable because respondents must meet clear criteria. They should be connected to an SME operating in Malaysia, have sufficient knowledge of the firm's digital practice, and be able to comment on the organizational performances. Convenient sampling is also practical because the researchers can reach suitable respondents through accessible professionals and personal networks. Screening questions are important because they remove unsuitable firms and respondents with insufficient knowledge. The questionnaire is structured to obtain standardized responses. It begins with the screening questions and then moves to respondents and companies' profiles items. The main measurement sections covers digital transformations, dynamic capacities, and organizational performance. Dynamic capabilities are measured through sensing, seizing, and reconfiguring dimensions. The constructions items use a 7-point Likert scale from 1 strongly disagrees to 7 strongly agreed. This gives enough variations for analysis and is suitable for the PLS SEM. The questionnaires also includes response quality checks items. The structure is important because it celebrates the predictors and criterions sections, helps to reduce common methods bias, and ensures that only eligible and informed respondents are included in the final dataset. This methodology code flow is based on the revised questionnaires. It begins with the scaled adoptions and contextualizations. Where established measures are adapted to the Malaysian SMEs and digital transformations context. Next, screening criteria applies to ensure that respondents are suitable. Then, the questionnaires is pre-tested with approximately 5 to 10 target respondents to check clarity, timing, and wording. After refinement, the main surveys will be collected through a structured online questionnaires. Finally, the cleaned dataset will be used for the PLS SEM models testing, including direct dimensions and levels and meditations effects.
Hello, Professor. My name is Su Junjun. My student ID number is 25102525. I will now explain the analysis plan and the final contribution. Before hypothesis testing, preliminary data analysis will be conducted. The dataset will be screened for eligibility, missing values, duplicate responses, straight lining responses time, attention check results, and outliers. Common methods bias will also be considered because the data come from one questionnaire at one point in time. Pre-jury reminders includes clear wording, confidential assurance, anonymity, and separation of predictor and criterion sections. Statistical reminders may include HAMR single-factor test and full collinearity assessment using various inflation factors. SPSS will be used for data coding, descriptive statistics, missing value checks, reliability screening, and preliminary analysis. After that, the calendar dataset will be imported into Smart PLS for PLS SEM assessment. The study will use partial least squares structural equation models, or PLS-SEM. PLS-SEM is suitable because the model includes multiple latent variables, a mediation relationship, and a prediction-oriented objective. The analysis will include two stages. The first stage is the measurement model, which assesses whether the items measure the constructors reliably and validly. Case claimed includes direct reliability, internal consistency, convergent validity, and discriminant validity. The second stage is the structural model, which accesses the hypothesis relationships. This includes collinearly path significance, mediation, risk-run effect size, and predictive relevance. Both the structuring will be used to test the significance of both directed and indirect effects. The key mediation test is the indirect effect from digital transformation to organization performance through dynamic capabilities. The expected contributions are theoretical, practical, policy-related, and methodological. Theoretically, the study contributions to digital transformation lateral by explains the internal machinery through which digital transformation may influence organizational performance. It also integrates the results by the view and dynamic complexes through in the Malaysia SME context. Particularly, the funding may help SME owners and managers understand that digital transformation should not be limited to purchase software or opening online channels. SME need to build systems, resilience, and reconfigure components so that digital investment supports better decisions, stronger processes, and improve the customer value. For policy mix and support adjacents, the study suggests that digital programs should not focus only on subsidies or awareness. They should also support managerial training, digital capacity development, process resilience, and database decision making. To conclude, this crucial examines the effect of digital transformation on organizational performance among Malaysia SME through the mediating role of thematic capabilities. The central argument is that digital transformation can support performance, but the relationship is not automatic. SME needs dynamic capacities to sense opportunities, and reconfigure resource and returns. The research model includes 6 research questions and 6 hypotheses. It tests both the direct effect of digital transformation on organizational performance and the indirect effect through dynamic capabilities. Methodologically, the study uses a qualitative, explanatory, cross-sectional survey and plans to analyze the data using SPSS and Smart PRS. Overall, the process contributors be explaining the post-adoption conversion motions in Malaysia SME. Thank you for listening. We are ready to answer your question.